Hi, Shalom. Shalom. First, I'd like to begin this lesson by giving all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and Reuben. Bless and salutation to the Akim, the virgin pushing this word in sincerity and in all truth. To the four corners of the globe, to the sisters and listen, in all humility, I say Shalom. This is your brother Howard. I'm here to do an edification and update. On one of the prophecies that we are waiting for, looking for to come to pass. Because we see things happening very fast, very rapidly. Time is speeding up. Wars taking place. And now, the UK, Great Britain, looking to roll out a mandatory digital ID. And all this we know is this is prophecies. This is prophecies. This is what we've been saying, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone from day one. But you all wasn't seeing it. You didn't believe it. But now it's happening. So without further ado.
The British government is set to make something mandatory that will reshape how everyone works and lives in the UK, a compulsory digital ID. Now, rights activists are calling it a dangerous step towards mass surveillance. Supporters are calling it a leap into a more efficient future.
On the 26th of September, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced the introduction of compulsory digital ID cards for people who work in the UK.
Today, I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
And how you find that song? I'm trying to get my Bible here, man, again. Right? How you find that song? It sound familiar, right? So let me play that over again.
Work in the United Kingdom. ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
This is the book of Revelation. Go straight into chapter 13. Verse 16, it says, and it caused all, both small and great, rich, poor, both rich and poor, both free and slaves, to be marked on their right hand, on their forehead, so that no man can buy or sell who does not have the mark that is in the name of the beast, of the number of its name. Now this is Great Britain. Now we know America came out from Great Britain. You see? And we know that this digital ID is a prelude to what is about to really, really, really come, which is this, the mark of the beast. Right? We're going into your hand. So they're trying to break it down, make it very simple along the way. A digital ID. Then they're going to say you're going to be able to walk with your ID. You're going to be able to carry your ID anyway. Access your information anyway at all. So we're going to put it in your hand. Right?
It's as simple as that.
The new digital ID scheme is aimed towards stopping illegal workers in the shadow economy, while also ensuring fairness in the immigration system. The government says the digital ID will be stored on mobile phones and will become a mandatory part of employer checks when hiring staff. Over time, the digital ID scheme could also expand to childcare, welfare, tax records, and other public services. Well, let us first understand what exactly is a digital ID. A digital ID is a form of electronic identification, usually stored on a phone or smart card. Unlike a traditional passport or a driver's license, it doesn't just prove who you are in person, it can also authenticate your identity online. It works by linking your personal details like your name, age, and address to a verified digital profile.
So understand everything we're saying there, right? So think about it in the sense that this is the chip, right? With all the above that he just named, all the information we're living, so on and so forth, right? And the scripture readers always get to back up, the epistle of First Corinthians, Second Corinthians chapter 2. Right.
Often backed by biometric data such as fingerprints, iris scans, or facial recognition. A digital ID can be used to access government services, healthcare, education, banking, and even voting in some countries. Supporters argue that a digital ID makes life simpler, offering one login for multiple services, faster benefits, and less paperwork. They also point out that it could reduce fraud by making it harder to fake identities. But critics, including civil liberty groups, warn of risks to privacy, government misuse, and the potential for mass surveillance. According to an Ipsos poll in July, 57% of Britons support a national ID scheme. But about 3 in 10 are worried about personal data being misused, sold to private companies, or stolen in security breaches.
We all need to do whatever we can to support the government to manage immigration, and identity cards are a way of doing that.
I just don't see the point of not having them, because we have ID all the time with, driving licenses, often carry our passports around.
You understand? So some people ain't gonna have a problem with it. They go along with everything that the government say. They believe in the government. Like a sister of mine, she say, on COVID-19, when they was rolling out the vaccine, my father mentioned to her about the vaccine of killing people. She said the government wouldn't do that. So, it has some people naturally believe in the system, believe everything that the government says, right? And whatever they do is the right thing.
So I don't have a problem with them.
I think it puts emphasis on the experience of kind of asylum seekers and immigrants and migrants to this country, when often they're just trying to live life and do things and get on like we all are. So
I think it comes with a huge number of pitfalls. I think it needs to be looked at very, very carefully, because I think there are huge implications. I think there are particular bonuses to it, but I think there are huge implications ethically as well.
The digital ID scheme is expected to come into effect right before the next UK election, which is due in 2029. As the UK gears up to make digital IDs mandatory for all UK citizens across the globe, similar schemes already exist. India operates the world's largest digital ID program called Aadhaar. Launched in 2009, Aadhaar assigns every resident a unique 12-digit number linked to their biometric data such as fingerprints, iris scans, and a photograph. As of 2025, more than 1.3 billion people have been issued an Aadhaar number.
So it's just to show that everything done in place already. You see, everything done in place already is just for them to press that button. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? We know exactly what is about to happen. That is why they call us the prophets right? Which means to say before, so we actually know what's going to happen in the future. We know the prophecies where it's about to unfold in the future. And that is why we want people that like we could see in the future. You understand? This is it says Ezekiel 3:13, it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word that I at my mouth, and give them warning of me. Right? And that is exactly what a prophet's supposed to do, because a prophet knows we're about to come. You understand? Right, so with that, let's have a quick update and give up praises to Yahweh Shem Yashai. Double us the apostles of Great Millstone and Rowell. Salutation and blessing to the Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in our truth. Shalom to the Lord's hopeful and sincere elect. Shalom.